Okay, let's just go ahead and start this stream real quick, and let's see how this goes from here. I should probably... Oh, okay. Should probably... working fine there. So I think that it is actually working just fine. Should be, at least. I mean, the game is frozen right now just because of the fact that I'm tabbed out, but don't worry about that. Now I just gotta post all my links. If I can get it to work. Ah, there it is. I gotta post everything everywhere. Alright, someone's building around me already. That there, got that there, got that there. I think I got everything here posted where it needs to go. All right, hello everybody. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Gonna get the pop-out chat going so that I can get things going like that. There we go. There we go. All right. I think we are good to begin. Yes, I am back. The goo has returned. So for anyone who hasn't seen it just yet, I have started up a little Minecraft server with some friends. And as you can see, well, we've been doing a little bit of work. I specifically have done quite a lot of work myself. But that's not important. What's important today is that I'm actually going down into the mines in order to mess around with a skeleton spawner. I have not actually built a skeleton spawner, like, much. Well, I've built one or two before in the past, but I don't remember what to do with it. So this is going to be a fun and interesting experience for everybody, I'd say. So let's go ahead and head down here. Someone with some gold. 1 gold. All right. Where in the world? 2 in the morning? Yeah, no worries. You go sleep. You go sleep. You sleep good. Enjoy yourself. So the problem is... See, here's the thing. I know that it's around here. I know it's in this cave system. But this cave system is massive, and I don't know where exactly it is. So let's see. Ow. Ow.
Hello.
Hi.
I
I'm
didn't
looking
expect to see you down here.
Yeah, I'm looking for the skeleton spawner.
Well, I guess if we're both down here, then...
The thing is, I know it's in this general direction, I just don't remember where. Oh, I think it's up there. Hold on. I may have been mistaken. I don't think it is actually in this direction. That is an unexplored little section. I'm not going in that direction, because I don't need to. There it is! Found it. Alright. So. Skeleton spawner. Okay. So I think for starters, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make like a little pathway up to... I'm going to have to make like a pathway up to the spawn. Because the idea of this is that it's meant to be just like a little place for spawn to have access to like getting experience. Because the problem is that we all want experience, we want to use the experience, but we don't have a way to get it very quickly. So that's what I'm trying to fix. And thank goodness it is in a somewhat open area. I mean, this is literally how I found it. It was in like a pillar here, basically. So. Oh, hey, look, diamonds. Hang on a minute. And if you didn't see the last episode of this that I made, you'll actually see I've already got elytra and whatnot. Already got netherite. There's a creeper. Hello, yes, I do remember you, actually. I do remember. And I will say, as someone who, you know, I did make my Discord server 18 plus, and I still say it is probably one of the better ideas that I had, because I feel a lot more at peace with myself. I feel a lot more, like, open about who I am. More diamonds, holy. And so, I am sorry that we had to, you know, cut ties with you, but I hope that you understand that it wasn't anything personal. It was just I didn't feel safe, you know, dabbling in that side of things more often and having children about. So that's a wall. All right. Okay, so now that I have located the spawner and know where it is, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get materials, and this is where challenge number 1 comes in, because let's see. It has been a while since I've actually played this, so I don't remember fully how to make everything work. But I know for a fact, because I'm going to be making this accessible to the server on the surface, I am going to need a bubble elevator, which means that I'm going to have to... I have soul sand. I just need to make sure to get some kelp and also a lot of water. So, hopefully, let's see. Get a couple of these. I still do ask people to send in their ID with at least... Oh, hello.
There it is.
There you are.
Howdy.
Hello, you're the newer member of the server.
Yeah, I got a little lost.
Gotcha. Well, just wanted to give you a heads up. I am streaming right now, so...
But that's fine.
Alright.
Can you point me to the swamp?
The swamp, I believe, is just past that, Really? I believe it's just past the floating island off in the distance there.
Over there?
I believe so. You might need to ask someone, like, Wee Wee, because they should know better.
That's who I'm going to meet. I was over there. I got dead.
It will require you to be hit 1 time.
Oh, dear.
Am I allowed?
I get you back?
Go on.
It doesn't even make the fucking noise. God damn it! I found a skillet and doesn't even make a loud noise.
Here, have a skillet. Lethal weapon, that is.
Alright, right on. I can work with this.
Sweet.
Anyway, pleasure.
Yep, see ya. But yeah, sorry, what I was saying was I still require people who join my server to send in ID with at least the date of birth showing. And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to dox anyone. I'm not trying to do any of that. I specifically am doing it to cover my own ass. And that is pure and simple how it works.
God damn it.
Was watching the second part? Ooh, yeah.
Okay, another stupid question.
Yeah.
Would you happen to have any Diamond to Metallurgium or Celestium templates?
Fuck no, I don't.
I think someone has to. It's been going on long enough.
Well, it could be like me where it's been going on long enough, but I've been, not
I don't want to hear a single thing about you not being optimal when you have a fucking Elytra already.
Just the Elytra, that's it. Nothing else about this outfit. Nothing else about it.
I don't even know what the fuck it is.
My dude, I have full netherite.
Aren't you special?
And a shield.
Aren't you special?
I can get you some.
Aren't you special? Aren't you special?
Realistically, I don't actually want netherite because like I said, mithril stuff is the same power.
That's true, yeah.
That's more easily attainable. And for my purposes, I don't really need it for any reason.
Oh.
Could use a fucking smithing template though, that's true.
Yeah, I was like, I mostly just wanted netherite just because of the fact that it was like, it was the tier that I knew how to get. I know that there's tiers better than it with mythic metals, but I just obviously I didn't know how to make them. Like, Celestium.
I do know how to get Celestium. Or create it, I mean.
Yeah, I know now, but it's one of those where you're like, oh my god.
The only thing I'm missing is the Starlight.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you might get that from the end. I think. I think that might
no,
be
I
the
believe
weird.
if I read somewhere correctly, it's only found in high up places like floating islands or whatever.
Oh. Actually, yeah, that would
Because
make
I've
sense.
seen a few floating islands.
Yeah, that would make sense actually. Yeah, I should probably get on with the gathering of materials for everything.
Of course.
So, all right. Let's see. What do I want? I'll get some stone. All right. The rat is stinky. Wash them. Yeah. Yeah, we have a little hat mod on here, so we all have like different hats that we like to use, and he just chose the stinky flies. And let's see, how's game development been going? I'd say pretty decent. I mean, I've been kind of off and on about it. Like right now, I'm very much off of it right now. That's more so out of necessity for working on like commissions and of course starting this up. Me and Shell have been working very, very hard on making the server the best that it can be. But in order to do so, that obviously means that we're gonna have to take time to work on it. And that's what I've been doing. So. And do I still play Deadlock? Not really. I'm not a fan of it. I've kind of fallen out of fashion with a lot of multiplayer games. And the main reason is just because, honestly, I got enough stress in my life. I'm gonna be honest, I got a lot of stress going on in my life, and I don't want to have to deal with the stress of playing an online game as well. As is, like, playing stuff like Overwatch did make my... I was a little bit miserable, just gonna be honest, whenever I was playing Overwatch. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, well, that's Overwatch. I actually enjoy Overwatch, that's the thing. Or at least I enjoyed it, the first one. It's just a matter of players being dicks. Yeah, that's kind of how my entire... kind of like a basic update on all that stuff has been going. Okay, so I've got a couple water buckets. Thing of kelp.
Okay, second question.
Yeah.
Have you found any deep darks yet?
Nope, none.
Okay. I don't even know where to start.
I know underground. That's about it.
Well, yeah. It said like under mountains, but there aren't a lot of those around here.
No, you would have to go out in like that general direction.
Ugh. Pray for me, because I don't like going far away from home. Actually,
Yeah.
I can just bring a bed. What am I talking about?
Yeah, go ahead and just take one. Take one of the
Are
beds.
these in use?
One of them is not.
So which one is it, Smart Pants?
Just take whichever one you want. You can pick the wrong bed, fool.
I have earned someone's ire somewhere.
Respect down.
No! God! Don't even think about that game!
Monday. Oh my god. Need to go now? Yeah. No, take care. Take care of yourself. Go have a good day. Evening, whatever. You know how it be. Yeah. Those communities in PvP focused games tend to get shitter as time goes on. Yeah. That's the main reason I was actually talking with my mom about this the other day. I feel like I start off a lot of stories with that same general thing. Is it, oh, I was actually talking with this person the other day. Just a little thing that I noticed. But what I noticed over time is that, come on, brain, catch up. It got hooked for like half a second. I personally grew up, my sister and I were really big on like fighting games, PvP games, stuff like that. And so we absolutely loved playing those kinds of games. And I really wish that I could still be interested in those games, because the thing is, they were fun because they were effectively us, like, yeah, we were roughhousing each other basically, but in game. That's what we were doing. We were having fun by being rough with one another. And it's fun. It's fun to do that. It's also fun because you create like these little stories. You can have like banter with it. Everybody's chill. Everybody's having a fun time. But in modern day gaming, like modern day PvP games, that spirit is not there, is the problem. And it's a shame because, well, I like that side of things with PvP games. Ow. I really like the fact that those games are more like competitive. I like the fact that you and your friends can kind of have a fun time like that. But the problem is, people take it way too seriously now. And that's not fun. So I'd say that's like the big reason that I don't play games like that anymore, is purely just because I want to have fun with them. I really do. And I have fun with them whenever I'm playing with friends. But as soon as you start getting tryhards and whatnot involved, yeah, suddenly, somehow, surprisingly, everything gets worse. I mean, who would have guessed? Now, I am taking a guess, but I believe that this is generally the spawn area that you want to go for, I believe. Yeah, exactly. It's like the only time you can really enjoy things in games now is whenever they're brand new, because people don't know the game very well, and so everybody's kind of on a level playing field, and it's just fun. Hell, I will also admit that the last time I really had fun with a PvP game was actually Lemnis Gate. And that was in part due to the fact that I was pretty decent at it, and I was able to get to the point where, like, myself and other players, we would kind of recognize each other when we were playing, because we got to the point where we kind of knew who was at the top ranks, and thus we all kind of had this, like, mutual respect for one another almost. And it was awesome. I loved that. I loved that feeling. It was amazing. But that is one game that I felt that way about. Pretty much every single other game has been misery. It's especially bad with active esports scenes, I'd say, because those are the communities that tend to be way more prone to taking things way too seriously. And that is not fun. Data. Hello. It's good to see you. Don't mind me just making a little skelly spawner. Yeah, I kind of agree with that fact. The fact that esports really does just, it drains the life out of gaming. Honestly, it's not fun to, you know, treat everything super seriously the whole time. It really isn't. My favorite, I was a quick play warrior whenever I played Overwatch. I played quick play all day every day and I loved it. That was how you do it. Also, check this out. I actually found out how to use the bedroll. There's a little tiny button in a drop-down menu, and you can use the sleeping bag. Thank you to Mocha who showed me that, by the way. They are amazing. They've been nothing but awesome the whole time, so. Okay. So I believe that should be about the direction it needs to go in. Now. What I need to do, let's go ahead and put goes like that, and then it should, yes, it's perfect. So now if we put that in like that and that in like that, then it actually hits right here. And oh, I forgot signs. Well, I guess I can start like making my way upwards. Luckily, I've also been doing a lot of lighting up in my spare time, so the efficiency of this farm, I say that as there's just a creeper standing there mocking me, and all my efforts to light up the server. There we go. Ooh. Nailed it. This is why I have just full netherite armor, because I ram into things at max speed. Ow. Oh, you... Heh. What was that? Oh, that was a diamond backpack? Oh, damn. Okay, that's actually really good. I think that can also be made into a netherite backpack, which gives you +4 armor when it's equipped. Just absolutely going crazy with the amount of armor that I have. Now, that being said, I do like having the quartz backpack due to the haste buff that I get. Goodness me. Do I have more? Yeah, I have more torches. All right, we're good. Had to make sure that I brought a bunch of torches with me this time around, because there have been times where I did not. Ooh. I'm okay. Oh, hey, diamonds. Ooh, diamonds. That's pretty much how my luck has been on the server, by the way, is just I'll turn around and I'm like, oh, hey, look, diamonds. Mithril. Moth is actually looking for that. Or rat. We're really just, we really are just light RP, so it doesn't matter if I call him moth or rat or whatever have you. Kind of like, I don't mind if people mind, I don't mind if people call me Shizzy or Fluffals or Nia or whatever have you. By the way, how's everybody been faring with the cold that's been going around the United States? I mean, I know some of y'all aren't from here, but for those of us who have, how y'all been handling it? Because I'm actually very amazed to report that Texas did not get shut down. I mean, a lot of businesses, like local businesses, closed down, but that's because nobody was driving here. But at least it's not like the last time this happened. The last time we had a big freeze, everything shut down, including the power plants and a lot of the water stuff. And yeah, it was rough. You know what I forgot to change? I forgot to change my stuff to... Oh, shit. I'm taking no damage with this full netherite. Wow. There we go. And let me go ahead and change it to live chat. Complete whiteout? Holy shit. No, if we got that here in Texas, we would probably be dead. Not for any other reason than just, Texans cannot handle their snow. Wing Goop Shark, that's me. I'm the Goop Shark made of lean, and I am not going to finish that sentence. Yeah, me too, buddy. Hey, look! Okay, I literally just made the joke about, like, walking around a random corner, and they're just being diamonds. Yeah, you can see my luck in real time there. Fuck. I promise, I did not... Those were just there. This is a completely unexplored section of the cave, and they just appeared. Oh no, you may need help. Oh. Misery. Average skeleton moment. Oh, dude! Why? This is not cool. This is bad for the economy. Our non-existent economy, but okay, I think I have lit up this place enough. So I should be good Reported in Minecraft. Oh no. Oh no. A perfectly legal adult playing Minecraft. Ow. Ah. Okay, I made it. Ah! I'm getting distracted. That's what that is. All right. I need to do one major thing. And that is... /W myself. There. Finally caught a shark stream? Yes, the, like, second, third one. Something like that. It's a good thing I'm going up as well because I completely forgot about soul sand. You know, kind of one of the more important elements to making a skeleton spawner. Okay. Ow. Yes, welcome in. Welcome. Getting some of the off-screen grinding experience. I don't like the noises that the elytra make every time they open and close. I'm sure there's a way for me to fix that, change that, but yeah, I really need to look into that. Caves in this are beautiful. Dude, that's what I'm saying! I love this game's world generation, just in general. I mean, yes, we have mods, so it is, you know, it is more beautiful than normal. But at the same time, it is also, it is very pretty, just on its own. Oh my god, is it right under Gorm's? 311-444. It's basically right under Gorm's house. I will be sure to make a prettier looking structure on the surface for that. And besides, I think the Gorm box is abandoned by now. I think they already started making their own little home base kind of section. All right. There it is. All right, so. So what I need to do, I need to grab one soul sand. And I need to grab, let's see, it should be in this one. Yes, one soul sand. I don't think 35 kelp is going to cut it, so that means I need to go back into the ocean and grab some more. Let's... I can't tell if that's a good or a bad one. Oh boy. Well, he's open, so I guess that means that I can join. Rat noises tend to be vague. You know. Some rats. Here it is. Okay. I'm gonna put this big pillar right here. Where am I? Oh. I want to make a community quest board. That's one of the reasons we have a Discord. For ourselves, but oh, fuck. Well, I probably should have put down the water like I was thinking of doing. I don't know why I'm sleeping. I don't need to sleep.
Oh God!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Tragedy has struck.
Same.
What?
I fell down a hole.
Oh God!
I'll be there in a moment, but I just need to.
Thankfully, I think the area is actually right in the same mine shaft below our house.
Oh.
But if not, I know exactly where the entrance is.
Got it. Yeah, if you give me a little bit, I'll pick my stuff up and then I will be back. So, if you still need help by then, just let me know. Also, you should totally approach that that horse over there.
Okay, now what?
Congratulations.
Kill?
What the fuck?
There's your army.
Kill? Are they
What?
mine? No!
Oh, that is a noise.
What is happening? What the hell is this?
we actually got a zombie horse. We got a zombie horse trap.
What?
Yeah,
Alright,
sometimes when lightning strikes, a zombie or skeleton horse will spawn. If you approach it, bunch of zombies and skeletons pop out.
That is insane. What the hell? Okay, well, that's pretty cool.
All right, I'll let you
Alright.
go. Have an adventure.
So,
Okay.
we can do this the maybe might work way or the definitively will.
I think we almost did the thing where we say, "All right, have a good day," and then walk the same direction. Yeah, for the most part, most of us on this server are content creators. Like, you probably recognize Moth, obviously, from other videos that I've worked on, and also, obviously, he, you know, bigger channel than mine. That was also Sam, Soft Gremlin, so he's here with us. Suna's sometimes on, but I haven't seen them in a while, so I don't know. And obviously, Suna's other people with Suna are on there as well, like Shell. Just to kind of give a basic rundown of how things are going. I might drown. Never mind. Oh, and that is a bad move. Here we go. Oh dear, that's not a good thing. So my elytra do not... Oh, that's dangerous. That right there is highly dangerous. You all know about it. Okay. Here's the thing. Sorry, no, I just go silent here, randomly, just cause that's how I do things. Funny story. So, as everybody will probably know by now, Moth also has an alternate account, and he's a very talented 3D artist, or 3D poser, I guess. I don't know what the official term is, but he is very good at what he does. And I've been following him since like 2022, I want to say. Like, I've been sometime like that. It was like when he first started posting, I was there. I was following him. I was supporting his stuff. It was awesome. Well, here's the thing. I didn't know until probably like sometime in the future. Like I learned it when we were playing Warframe one day, and he told me, hey, by the way, that's me. And my mind was blown with how that fact came out, because I was like, this is the guy who made me like want to get into... It was an incredible mindfuck when they... Yeah, no, see, I legitimately, whenever I learning, whenever I learned that fact, I was like, okay, that's not you. There's no way that's you, right? And he's like, no, that's me. Here, let me show you. Here's the model that I use, and let me go ahead and make this Monobutt Freya real quick. I'm not joking. The whole time I was like, no, dude, no. What the fuck? I wish that either of us had the recording of that day, because it was the single funniest reaction that he got to that information. Because you gotta think of the fact that he's revealed this to other people, but I was one of the first, and I did not realize it, and I was like, what the fuck, no. It lines up. Yeah, exactly, that's what I was saying. I was like, it makes sense when you think about it, but I thought it was just a coincidence. How was I supposed to know the guy who likes Freya and whatnot, and Renamon and fucking Mallow? How was I supposed to know it's the other guy who also knows this stuff? I mean, I thought it was just a hive mind, but no, it's real. Okay. Well, we've got the start of the bubble elevator. Now we just have to... You know what I can do? I can leave the thing active. Oh, dang it. I forgot another sign. Well, this is Gorm, you can't change your name. Hello, welcome. I'm making a skeleton spawner next to your base. Don't worry about it. Or next to your little shack. Fine. Oh dear. Almost had that problem again. Also, I know someone was asking about the mods that we have in this pack, because they haven't been able to check the videos just yet. The mods that we have, I'm gonna repurpose Mocha's sign real quick. The mods that we have are things like we have. We just added the RPG series mods, which basically adds a bunch of like class stuff to the mod pack. We have simply weapons. That's no longer where you live? Good. There's going to be a skeleton spawner underneath it. I'm drowning. I'm dying. There's someone nearby. Probably above the surface. I'm in a web. There we go. Got it. All right. Is it always the houses we live under? Just cuz. Gorm have hospitality. I should not have gone up so soon. Poopers. You know what? Instead of going down that way, let's just go down. Blap, blap. I'm fine. Legs injured. Ow. Okay. What I was gonna do was I was gonna remove these torches. And that should... Yes. So that should actually start... And just kill that guy real quick. So this should take us up to the top here. I forgot to seal up that hole. You know what? Let's do this. Heh, I am smart. Bjorken. I really wish that I had the free cam mod. Actually, I bet if that is a client side thing, I could actually just install it. Yeah, because it doesn't look like it's actually spawning them because I might be too far out of the range. So if that's the case... Did the mod pack update? Yes, it did, actually. We have been having some minor issues with it, mainly with regards to... Rechiseled. having just updated, but you'll have to take that one up with Shell. Where did it get posted? It was more of a manual thing, but I think if you go to the Google Doc that we have, you can actually just download it from there, I think Shell said? See, I know that there's a better way to do this, but I'm not... Actually, hold on. There is a better way. Check this out. I forgot that gravel is a... Oh. How many times in history has watch this actually, you know, ended up working? There we go. From the where? There was like a Google document that Shell posted a while back. Oh, it is in there? Good, good. Now, if you do have issues logging in, make sure you're not using the current version of Rechiseled. Because the new version has not been... We haven't updated Rechiseled just yet. The hell? I bet that's one of the mobs that we added. "16 blocks away for how the spawner works." I think you might be right. Oh, yeah, also it would kind of help if I removed the one torch. Well, it's not like I can remove it because it's a dynamic light source. Oh, there we go. There it is. So here's the plan instead. Here's what I'm gonna do. On this column here, what I'm gonna have to do let's so that is like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna build kind of over this way ish. Whoop. You know what? How about instead let's try it now that I know it works. Okay, dude, stop pushing me. Because I believe that spawns should just... Oh, dear lord. Oh, it's getting out of control. This is one of the worst ways to build a mob spawner, I'm sure. Stop. Get out of here. Get the... Okay. Okay. So, I want to see now if it still spawns enemies when I go up. I don't know what that was. Oh, shit. Okay. Now. Oh my god. A little rough. That's all. I don't know. I am drowning. Very slowly. I am going to die. Let's see. Is anybody willing to sleep? No? No sleepies? Okay, well. I want to see if this actually works this time. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let's go to... Wow, the server's hopping today. Let's go to free cam. Is this server? Or is this client side? Okay, so it says it should work. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get the free cam mod. And I'm not going to use it for malicious intent. I'm purely using it for non-malicious intent. I'm using it so that, like, I can make sure that farms are working. I'm making sure that, like, you know, making sure builds look good. I can do it for light levels in various areas, but I will not use it for things like finding ores. I will use it not to find, like, dungeons and stuff. None of that. I am purely using it for good purposes. Want to make sure I'm not a pincushion again? Well, it's kind of hard to see what's going on whenever you're a pincushion. All right. There we go. All right. And yeah, we made sure to get the we got the status mod so that we can do stuff like that. That way we know kind of who's, you know, wanting to, you know, be what status right now. Shouldn't have been that far down, all things considered. Yeah, I was right there. My electric! Let's not make the same mistake twice. Aha, I got it. Okay. That's bones. There's my elytra. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and head up here. I don't think it is gonna work. Gonna get dinner? Go get dinner. Eat. Eat food. Okay, so this is how... This is the free cam. And we're pretty much just going to go down and down and down. So as it would seem, it is not working. Good to know. Go. So in that case, that means I'm gonna have to... Let's see. How... Whoop. Gorm C cheat. It's a mod. I didn't see that Warframe. I'm not interested, but yeah, I saw it. Gorm telling on, no, don't tell on me for building a farm efficiently. All right, how's that? Nope. I have a feeling like it is one of those things where it has to be right next to it. Oh, gold. Oh, wait, let's see. Is this close enough? No? Oh, your ass is coming back to Warframe. Holy shit, that is actually impressive. Unfortunately, I still don't have much of a reason to play the game. So, as sad as it is, I will not be joining, but I hope that everybody who does play the game has a wonderful time. Okay, because here's the idea that I had. What if instead we have like a chamber that is kind of sat on top of the spawner? So the idea is that it is 16 blocks away. Okay, so my idea does work. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have like a little spot on top of the spawner. All this is going to be up here, if I can, you know, get there. I'm gonna have like, I'm gonna basically have two little spouts that you can go in. It's just going to be like a little house. That's it. And you can go down or in this one and then up in the other one. And this one, I'm going to basically build a little chamber that is right on top of there. Yeah, now it's starting to spawn. Again, it has been years since I've actually done this myself, so... Ah! Oh, right, I forgot. Let's see. What the? What is that? What? I swear, it feels like someone is just... someone's messing with me. That doesn't sound like a serious noise. Okay, so the killing chamber... Oh. Bruh. There we go. There. That should do it. So basically the idea is that there's going to be a killing chamber here. And then... as long as you're standing here, you'll be able to do what you need. Now, I do seem to remember... when I played last, I seem to remember that the actual... I seem to remember the height that you needed to drop skeletons from, and zombies, was 23 blocks. Does anyone know if that's still true, or what the actual value is? To get them down to half a heart, I should say. Gorm. $22. Okay, gotcha. I don't know, I'm trying to make that look pretty. It doesn't need to be. Eventually I will make it prettier, but for now, it's just going to be basically just a box. Whoops. Saw the Mario Galaxy trailer? More than what I've seen. Because personally, I I haven't mentioned it in an actual video, but the reason that I don't really care about like stuff like the Mario Galaxy movie, purely is purely because of the fact that I believe that video games should stay video games. And I don't like the fact that Nintendo has been delving so hard into movies. It's just I don't like it. As someone who has wanted for years for video games to be like a genuinely valid form of media that people respect and love, it has always kind of irked me that everybody seems to also just not want it to be. A lot of people just don't want it to be that. Like they want games to be movies, or they want to make movie games, and I don't want that. I want games to be games, and I want games to be good. And we're at a point where we've proven time and time again that you can do that. You can make games that are just as, if not more sophisticated. I don't know if that's the right word or term, but you can make them more interesting than movies. And they can gain far more respect, but they just choose not to. They instead choose to do their own thing. And it annoys me because I'm like, guys, you just gotta do it. Try and pull a Disney when it's not necessary. Yeah, that's basically what they're trying to become. They're trying to become the Disney of video games. Unfortunately, what they need to realize is that a lot of people don't respect Disney. Hello. Oh, that's not, I thought that was a player. That's not a player, that's 5 skeletons. What people need to realize is that Disney is not, oh my goodness, is not highly respected outside of, like, companies, because all they do, oh dear lord, get out of there. They're not super respected because of the fact that, well, they're corporate, and people don't like corporations. Pure and simple. Oh. Wait. Where? Creeper. Where? Where are you? Well, oh! It's one of these little fellas. And he's gone. I forgot, we actually added stuff from... We actually added a bunch of stuff from past mob votes that failed. God, remember when that was a thing that they decided to do? Hey, we don't want to actually, like, work a lot, so instead we made it so that you decide which mobs get added. Only, you know, you only get one mob. I have an arrow in my knee. Okay. The bee boat is still there. There's another one apparently. You get goodies if you find them? Oh! Got it. Let's put that in there. I just need one magma. They might bring them back. Yeah, honestly, I don't get... Okay, I do understand that point of the game being spread across 2 code bases, and that being very hard, and the fact that it is spaghetti coded. But at the same time, isn't that, you know, the perfect time to get someone to actually, like, sit down and do that work for you? Like, there is such a thing as refactoring. Refactoring is a very major part of game coding, and for a game that is as old as Minecraft, I'm sure the community would be totally fine if you ended up just saying, hey, we're gonna take like a few years. I say a few years being generous. We're gonna take a couple years, and we're going to refactor the entire code base for both games to make it more usable. Like, I feel like that wouldn't be a bad thing, but maybe that's also just me being hopeful. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it just, I hope that they're doing stuff in the background that they're not mentioning. So many cows. Yeah, it apparently kills Mocha's client for some reason. Look at them. Is this cow print? It's stupid. I forgot signs again. Also, I was gonna do one of these, which is just, oh, okay. Let's see. So I need... But yeah, I'm like, I know that we are... I'm like, I know that this game is from 2011. Actually, no, it started development before that. I forgot. I'm sorry. Minecraft started development in 2009. And you're telling me that these people are not sitting down just refactoring their code every now and then? Because if they're not, they need to do that. It is important to do so. Because otherwise you're going to get new people on board and they're not going to know what the hell they're looking at, which is probably what they're dealing with a lot right now. Descend. There we go. No, not that way. Hey, now let's see if that actually does. I hope that that does block. It does block. Hey. Ow. Actually, what I need to do is I need to start by going up here. Ow. Need to go up here. Place that down. TF2's code comments on videos. I know, I've watched that video a million times because it's funny. There's a quote that I get wrong every time, but it's basically, it's one of the most quoted things from that video that I use myself whenever I'm doing random bits of game development. I don't know how, I don't know why, but this shit doesn't work. I quote that one regularly because that is how it feels. That's how it feels to be coding in game design. that does remind me, once I'm all done with commissions, I'm definitely procrastinating on in terms of commissions. Whenever I'm all done with that, I'm hoping that I can work on some game development stuff again, because I think that that would be a really fun thing to do. But I'm like, right now, I've just got to get those commissions done because I've been putting them off for way too long. Okay. You might singe your feet a little bit on the way in, but that's okay. See, but the thing is, you could be doing your commissions right now. Because if you're doing your commissions right now, then there's actually good news, because this can be on in the, that's a hole. This can actually be on in the background. I don't have that luxury. In order to make content, I have to have it in the foreground. And I can't do my commissions on stream, I'm gonna be honest. I would have to take that to Picardo, but I think that would make things too complicated, so I'm like, I just leave it. Did all of you fuckers just steal my kelp? No, they did not. Where'd all my kelp go? Oh, you know what? I think I know where it went. Down. I forgot, it's the other way around. I always get that wrong myself. For some reason, I always think, well, actually, I know the reason. I always think that soul sand is the one that pushes you, or pulls you down, and then magma is the one that pushes you up, because, I mean, fun fact that pretty much everyone here probably knows already, heat expands. And so you would assume putting a magma block under something would cause it to expand, which means that it pushes up. And the problem is that in Minecraft, it doesn't work that way. Instead, it pulls things down in. That's my excuse. Magma's hot and heat rises. Exactly. You see? You see what I mean? That's my problem. It's like, why would you do this? This has bothered me for years at this point. Why is this the case? Whoever is laughing at that, it is funny, don't get me wrong. Until you start getting into the nitty-gritty, and then it starts getting annoying more than anything. It's very funky at adhering to reality. That does give it some charm. I will admit that. Sorry, I just love seeing all the kelp. realized you can grow kelp on soul sand. I just had an idea for a really funky farm that I think would be really fun to work on. Unfortunately, I would have to learn how flying machines work because I've never made one. Might have to put signs saying up and down. Well, good news. I've still got 2 signs for that very purpose. See, the other thing you'll notice is the way that I ordered this. These signs point outwards, and these ones point inwards. I thought of that. I am smart cookie. Up. Okay, this one is down. This one is up. That'll do for now. Now comes the fun part. I've got to make a 22 block drop. Okay, let's put that in my offhand. Okay. 1. Yes, I know there's some orichalcum there, but I do not need, so. Oh, lapis. Okay. So now the idea is from here. I'm good. Oh, right, I forgot. Skill points. I actually have those now. Oh. That's pretty big. This is what Moth is going for, I'm sure. We were actually talking before the stream, and currently, 3 of us who are currently in the same general area have all chosen Rogue as the main class that we've chosen. My reason for choosing Rogue was because I think it is probably the most useful one for myself, and also it's the one that I feel would work best for my personal, like, character. Other options are, like, you could do the warrior. I was thinking, hey, you know, it could do a dark paladin or something. Definitely not a holy character by any means. And I'm not really a magical character. So I was like, well, it has to be one of these kind of things. And I'm not using the archer because I am not using a ranged weapon. I'm using a spear. So I decided that Rogue was the best one for myself. Let's see. Death Knight, yes. Upon rolling. I love all the stacking things. I'm gonna me tell you something. I love stacking bonuses in any game, but especially RPGs. Genuinely, I will say stacking benefits are some of the most fun things. Stacking bonuses are extremely fun in any game. It's sort of like why most people like idle games is because, and I mean IDLE, because, well, let's be honest, it's like, let's be honest, number go up, and that is more than satisfying. Oh my god, dude, that actually just worked out perfectly. Now I don't remember. Are there baby skeletons? I don't think there are. Not naturally, at least. You know, I would just like to bring up that earlier I called myself smart. I wrote down the signs to remind myself which direction is up and which one is down. And I still managed to mess it up. Oh yeah, don't worry. That just happens, by the way. Might need to add glow ink. I have one glowing sack. I don't know where it came from, but like as it always does, it somehow ends up in your inventory. I don't know how, but it does. It only applies to one at a time. Ooh, hey, so if I was to... Yeah! Oh, thank God. I just realized that that's gonna be happening a lot. I'm sure there's more efficient ways of doing this, but you know what? I made this pretty much by myself. A little bit of help. But at the same time, look at that. Look at that. Stall roar. I believe it's a 240 by 240 radius. Yes, that's what I was working on, and that's also another reason for me to have the free cam mod, is so that I can actually do that. I also have, let me show you this, I also have lightly installed, which means that I can actually like see light levels, and that's how I've been lighting up the server, is just by, you know, kind of going around and just kind of looking at that. And I actually... Since the last video, I've actually done the rest of this side of things. I've kind of done that side a fair bit. I've done that whole section. I've done over by Mocha's little shop. And yeah, in general, it's just, that's where I'm at. Okay. This is how chest monsters begin, by the way, is you just get home and you're like, just toss everything in there. When you really don't need to. Let's see. Well, that's why I have one of these. Wait, give me that back. That's literally just a little garbage disposal. You can just toss your items in there, and it will toss them in the lava for you. So you make a warehouse that you never use? Mood. Let's see. Oh. Got another player sleeping. Alrighty. So I think that means that that's all done. So now what I can do, I'm actually going to, okay. I'm going to take this with me. And I'm actually going to take all of this with me. Because what I'm going to do, and yes, I'm mining this with a pickaxe, but this is because it's a silk touch pickaxe. I'm actually going to move this over to the skeleton spawner. And I'll make sure that other people know that it's moving there as well. This is gonna... It breaks the cheesecake! I'll get more from Mocha later. Not the cheesecake! Let's see. Where is... There's my canvas. Canvas. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, so I don't think I mentioned it, but the skull actually had a name, and it was given by Mocha as well. We named him Larry. I don't know why. He's Larry. I forgot a glow ink sack. Actually, I might have trashed all of mine now that I think about it. Ow. Ow. Ow, wow. Put a bunch of materials back whenever I didn't need to. Look at that. I am decorating. So that should actually, well, I cannot tell. 24 thick. Is it because it's... Oh, wait, you know what? 2d6. I bet you it's one of those where it has to be on the 2 layers. My decorations were so pretty and the game just said no. Okay. Yeah. Hell, I remember whenever you had to have a full setup of like 30 bookshelves in order to get it. It wasn't 30, it was like you had to have a full 3 high stack in order to get it. But my god, there was a time when that was just, oh boy, that was terrible. Alright, let's put the Mega Larry. And while I'm at it, we'll just... Oh, there is mob crowding. Okay, let's see. Where are entities? So there's currently like 29 in there. Ooh, hoo, hoo. So I'll actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to talk to Shell and see if maybe we can, I'm gonna ask everybody on the server if we want to actually raise the mob limit, like the mob. It has a term. It's the mob crowding limit, basically. I want to ask if we want to leave that as it is, or do we want to maybe raise it so that things like this farm can be much more efficient. And also, because I have mending stuff on everything, that's actually going to make mending a lot easier to get a hold of. Or that's going to be, mending equipment is going to be a lot easier, I should say. Entity cramming, that's the term. Thank you. Welcome to the skeleton spawner. That can also cause lag. That is true. I could... No, that would actually require a whole... Oh, I'm also gonna need a garbage disposal here. Big time. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do next. Let's go make a garbage disposal. Found some more kite. Just be glad it wasn't diamonds. Again. That is actually a good shout. Yeah, put chests down so that people can unenchant the armor and bows and whatnot. So... Yum. Ew. Get an uncrafting table. Yeah, no, sadly we don't have that. We actually chose to go very light on the modding front so that we could more so focus on like the interpersonal moments of everything. We didn't want to make it so that whenever we play this game, you know, we're gonna be off on our own and then it's like we never see each other. That kind of defeats the purpose of an SMP like this. So instead, what we decided is, you know what? Let's instead make the mod pack in such a way that people are encouraged to kind of work together. That was part of the reason why it took a while for us to really like figure out what we wanted out of the server. Because we don't want to make it so it's like, oh, hey, there's a whole new dimension that you get to explore. That's great until you... I just had lightly on the whole time. That is great until you consider the fact that, well, people will leave. People will leave. People will not, you know, be around. And also, it's like you start getting to the point where it's just awkward is all. That's the best way I have to describe it. Oh, shit. I forgot a bunch of stuff. Ow. Okay, I need a dropper. I need chests. I need hoppers. I think that's really what I need. Oh, and I need comparators. Just one comparator. It looks like I'm shield bashing. That's badass. Okay. Do I have an ender chest here? I don't think I do. No. Dinner has been acquired? Hell yeah. Okay, so I can make hoppers while I'm there. I need a bunch of dropper. Or I need one dropper. There we go. How's that go? Good, actually. I almost did that thing again. You know, when you think about it, this is literally just the, this is just like the elevators from Prey. Okay. Now let's go ahead and we will do that. And that is where we go. And then... Actually, if that's the case, we don't even need this third one. We can just put this here. Put that there. That there. I forgot the comparator. Do I have 1 quartz in here? Nope. Time to go home! One corpse. You know, apparently there's a bunch of people who still, to this day, like... Or, not still, but, like, there's a bunch of people who don't really know recipes very well because of the fact that the crafting book is there. I don't know why. I've had so many of these recipes memorized. Is it autism? Probably. Oh. Right, I forgot. Got it. Now! So we have that like that. This like this. That like that. That like that. That on subtract mode. There. That's it. I'm not joking. That's literally all there is to this. Because now I'm going to make another... No, I'm not going to make another bucket. Out of frustration. Yes, I am. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, I'm definitely old school as well with regards to stuff. I started playing back in 2012-ish. That's a dog. I started playing back in 2012-ish, give or take. Like, literally, my first version was 1.0. In all when you saw horses the first time. Dude, that's how I felt whenever jungles got added into the game. Literally, I had been watching a movie with my family, and we ended up saying... We ended up finishing up with that. I log on, and it's like, hey, by the way, there's a new update available. And it's like, oh my goodness, what did they add? That was when they added desert temples, jungles, jungle temples, stuff like that. And my goodness, it was amazing. Let's just add... You know what? Oh, yeah. And now... You remember when Pocket Edition was an actual different game from Bedrock? Yes! I know! It's... God, there's so many things that are just like... People... I realize more and more with this game that I am old. Yes, that is in fact the Inspector Gadget theme. Enemies can spawn playing music. I got his didgeridoo. Also, I've heard that we've had new music added, so... Wait. Oh yeah, Xenoboss. Fucking Xenogears, man. I'm sorry. I had to do it at least once. Jeez, look at all those item drops. Unfortunately, I am going to toss it, though, because I do not want it. I can make one if needed. Or I can get more. Let's not do that. I'm trying to think. So, if I was to look at this, one of the issues you'll notice is that there's a bunch of them kind of getting stuck there. Because the problem is, if I break the sign that is currently right here, if I break this sign, the problem is that this block will no longer... That's a bottleneck is the issue. I'm sorry, I did not expect them to play 5 notes on one thing. Oh, that is good. God, I love this game. Also, have these books been unfucked? No, they are still fucked, and I don't know why. For some reason, these books cannot be enchanted, and I don't know why. Yeah, I remember I personally stopped playing... The last major time that I played this game was 2015. It was right around the time that the End update came out, also known as the Combat update. So I actually got to witness the change over from... And ice blocks that could very much do it. Let me go see about doing that. I know that you do that for items, but I didn't know about if it worked well with mobs. But I actually got to witness the change from spam click combat to timing based combat. And my opinion is that I don't care about either one. I'm gonna be honest. I think spam clicking is just not fun. Mainly because it's just... I'm also not a big fan of the timing-based combat, personally. But in general, it's just... yeah. It's just one of those things where you're just like, well... which one would I do? Well, I have better combat, so... that's better, at least. For the most part. Also... Frost Rune, that's new. I'm also going to check my sugarcane farm and see how much I've gotten out of that. I'm also going to have to make some kind of structure for this, but I don't know what. Okay. Okay, so if that does what we're hoping it does, that should mean... so they spawn in. That guy's resisting. Wait. I have another idea. And this is really dumb if it works. No, I'm not going to do that. Big Larry head and call it the Bone Zone. I mean, I could do that, but I kind of want to not make it so garish. I want it to be something cool, at least. I mean, yeah, what's cooler than a giant skull, but at the same time... fuck it. Full diamond block. That's what I'll make instead. How about that? You know, I don't want anything garish, just a giant block of diamond. Meow. 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 Whoa, I'm an airplane! Larry isn't here. Alright. Oh, I don't think I showed this on stream. I've been doing some mining. I've been doing some off-screen mining. Okay, let's put my stuff away now. Like the stack of not diamonds. Talking about this. Untold horrors beyond Gorm's comprehension under the mountain. Don't worry, it's just me. I'm the untold horror beyond comprehension. Nice. Fourth row. Oh, are you talking Morkite? I've been doing some off-screen mining shows hole through the center of the planet. Yeah, that's what it's felt like for me. Eh. And I didn't mention it on here, but I am actually going to be doing something with these hat bags. For you, it looks like it? Yeah. I guess something that I can do while I'm at it is I can actually light up some caves. Because I hear a zombie up there, and unfortunately, I already know that that up there is in need of lighting up. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the netherite shield for now. There's lava on my left. There's lava right there. Oh, you have an entire deep dark under your home? Hey, the rat may want to speak with you. Every time I place down a torch, it's gonna try to activate my cooldown. Ooh. Fiber. Wow. Alright, let's also enable my magnet upgrade. So if anything does drop, it just gets absorbed into me. Seriously, the backpack mod is the single best thing in this entire mod pack, I'd say. This is this area. Luckily, the surface has pretty much been lit up as best as it can get. For the most part. I mean, it could be better. It could always be better. Ow, ow. Ow. He comes out riding a warden like a horse. Oh, what? Alright, what do I want? Not those. For some reason, these two ropes are completely different. I don't need rice. Don't need melon seeds. What can I use the gold ring for? I can make gold nuggets! Nice. Dude, that's at least 15% increased item discovery rate. Like, that's huge. I need that. Well, now I guess it's just the mining stream, so, we got the work done, now it's just on to work. Maybe this time I'll once again get stuck in the caves and then have to be saved by Mocha's home cooking. Not there. Reward is for finishing work is more work. What is this, college? Hate to say it, it's not just college. You ever work retail? Because let me tell you, there's no reason to do anything there because you're going to be punished for doing work. Well, at least whenever you're in like a big retail place. You know, if you're in just like a small one, then chances are they're going to be pretty chill, but if you're in a big one, nah, no chill. What the hell is this? Oh, hey, it's more diamonds, obviously. There's no... Fellas? A second skeleton spawner. Tanzanite ring. I can't use that for anything. See, if I really wanted, I don't think that this is close enough to where I can effectively... Yeah, because it would have to be 16 blocks within the range of each other. And the other one is not around here. So I am not... More diamonds. Also, yeah, 17 years of fast food. I don't envy you. I'm not gonna lie. I worked probably a year in fast food. I don't regret leaving and not looking back. Like, don't get me wrong. As far as first jobs go, I couldn't have asked for a better option. It was passable as work, but it was stressful, especially whenever people need their ice cream. Why is everybody who needs ice cream an asshole? But I will admit that I also had a bad experience in the one retail place that I worked. I've mentioned multiple times that I worked at Walmart for a while. Currently dealing with PTSD and depression from it. Oh, I would not blame you. I'm not gonna lie, I would not blame you. Spider spawner. Oh, fire spell scroll. Holy wand. Iron spear. Okay. Yeah. See, my problem is right now I live in the I live in the middle of nowhere, Texas. Now that's not usually an issue. I actually kind of like living where I am right now. Like we're in a region where most people really don't care who you are, what you do. You know, so long as you just leave them be. And I'm greatly appreciative of that. I'm glad that we live in an area like that. But I will also admit that it's bad because if you do need work, you have to drive like an hour just to get there. That's not fun. Yeah, and I will actually admit, technically my first job was not actually working fast food. My first job was more so working with my mom at a farmer's market multiple times in my life. My mom, she has owned baking businesses in the past. Like she had a full-on cheesecake business at one point. Recently she had a couple baking businesses. And I would usually just help out around there, and she would be like, all right, well, you helped out for the day. Here's $20. Go ham. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, as, you know, as like a 12-year-old, that was huge. Being given just $20 for helping out at the farmer's market was amazing. And on top of that, we would also get tips. So, like, if, for example, that's actually the major reason why I'm so big on, like, bartering and whatnot. So I am someone who would go around these places and look at what everybody has, and I'd be like, hey, by the way, I have sweet treats over there. If you want, I can negotiate a deal where I will give you one of those things. Like, I can give you one of these, and then you will give me one of your items, and then we'll exchange it so that we can, you know, that's how I did things. That's my idea of a good job, and that was fun as hell. It was genuinely, that was my first experience with work, technically. And as far as jobs go, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And that's actually kind of the mentality I take forward with my artwork. I don't really treat it as though I'm running a business. I treat it more like I'm a stall at a farmer's market. Just like, hey, you're here. You've obviously had enough interest drawn that you want my stuff, so let's talk. Okay, skill point. Oh. Flows the art of the deal. Listen, I will have you know. I managed to nab myself a proper, no shit spearmint plant for a couple cheesecake on a stick. Best deal of my life. That spearmint plant died 2 weeks later. But you know what? I negotiated it, and we nailed it. We nailed that deal. Greatest deal in all of history. Never been a deal like it. It's amazing. Let's see. Huh. See, this is part of the reason I wanted to get back to streaming, though, was because it's nice to just be able to sit down and chill and play the game and just chat, you know? I like it. I recorded a little segment at the beginning of the video, or at the beginning of the night, so that I could edit that down as time goes on, but I've decided instead of doing one day, one recording session, I'm gonna instead kind of do multiple days, one recording session, basically. So today was obviously me working on the basically today was just me working on the skeleton spawner. I'll probably work on a building for that off camera a little bit, and yeah. Spearmint is cool. Second cheesecake on a stick. Yes, my mom, we used to make, it was specifically chocolate covered cheesecake on a stick. So what we would do is we would take like a large sheet of cheesecake. So you would take like a big sheet pan basically, and you would bake that up like normal. And then whenever it was all done, like drying and everything, whenever it was all done setting up, because you gotta let it set for a day, because otherwise it's just not gonna have the same consistency. What you have to do is you have to let it set the day, and then you go in, you cut it up into a bunch of squares, and then you take your popsicle sticks, you stick them in, and then you take yourself like some some chocolate, whatever kind you want, put it in a little chocolate melting thing, and you basically, with some, let's see, you put it in, there's a tea kettle going on out there, and I hate that sound. It's like you put in the chocolate with some coconut oil so that whenever it dries off, it will, or whenever it cools off, it will actually harden. And yeah, we would basically, oh goodness, excuse me, and then you freeze it. You stick it in the freezer for a while, and then whenever you want, it is like the best way we've described it in the past. If you've ever, so it's like an ice cream bar, but it doesn't melt, and it's a bit more rich than that. Wow, that kettle is going. What the hell? Like, I doubt it's actually picking up on the microphone, but I mean, it might pick up a little bit. Now, usually we would make it with a dark chocolate, but let me just say, as someone who doesn't like dark chocolate that much, it's genuinely a really good flavor profile. Like, the sweetness of the cheesecake combined with the darkness of the chocolate, it really does go, especially when you start realizing we had a lot of flavors. We were insane about our flavors. One of the ones that we would do is, like, we would have mocha cheesecake, which was just chocolate and coffee. Obviously, we would have your traditional New York. There was the one that I love, and my sister and I love this one, and we actually have some in the freezer right now because our mom did make it for the holidays. White chocolate raspberry. It is really delicious. But the one thing that we were absolutely, that, like, it was the one thing where everybody would think, why would you make that? But it was actually really good. Jalapeno cheesecake. Now, here's the thing. It's not a sweet cheesecake. It's a savory one. And essentially, the best way to describe it is you take, like, the cream cheese from, like, a jalapeno popper, and then you just mix in chunks. You mix in chunks of, like, jalapenos and whatnot. It was really good, actually. Like, it was, It sounds weird. When you hear it out loud, you're like, hang on a minute. That sounds weird. But no. It was genuinely one of the best ones. We also had like the Aztec cheesecake, which was... It was chocolate with... what was it? It was chocolate with cinnamon. No cinnamon. It was chocolate and cayenne pepper. Just a little bit, because, well, the first day when my sister and my dad tried it, they were crying it was so hot. What the fuck was that? That's actually the main reason why whenever it comes to, like, food stuff, I've oftentimes told people I will never judge people on their food preferences, because my family made some weird-ass ideas for stuff in the past, and it was awesome. Oh, you know what? I bet that's the poison going off. But yeah, we used to be around the New Braunfels area. That was where we used to sell a lot of our stuff in down in southern Texas area. Little town just north of San Antonio. Basically where I grew up. Ate rice with mayo one time. That doesn't sound like it would be terrible. Okay, mashed potatoes with tomato sauce does sound good. Trying to think if there's like a weird food combination that I have, because I mean, obviously, earlier today I was craving egg noodles covered in cheddar cheese, so I had to make up a bunch of them, and apparently my dad was doing the same thing, so I had to make extra so that we have a bunch of egg noodles for the week. Yeah, you should go get your food. Do it. Get food. Get food. One thing that I've gotten really into from working at Walmart was we used to have a little section where you'd be able to get dipping sauces. I loved having the fresh corn dogs dipped in buffalo sauce. I don't know why, but that was like one of the single best combinations. Like, yeah, we had barbecue and whatnot, but sometimes barbecue's too boring. I say that. Barbecue is probably one of the more exciting things that you can get. Need to properly learn how to cook? I wouldn't say it's hard. A lot of people make it out to be scary, but like any skill, you just gotta figure it out, you know? You'll make some mistakes along the way, but as long as you know that, you know, you're constantly going to be getting better, then hell yeah. Baby zombie. Hey. A lot of enemies. Honestly, though, the way that I would describe it, cooking is like any other art. you need to learn to do it in order to get good at it. So just do it. Who cares about the outcome? I mean, yeah, maybe you will, but at the same time, you can make some amazing things at that point. My problem is the patience aspect. I'm one of those people, I oftentimes forget to eat because it's not on my priority list. Or it just takes too long, and I don't want to do it. Yeah, I will admit, it is probably depression that's been my issue as well. Oh, hey, I found a... well, I found a mithril drill upgrade. Hidden in the mountain store. Yeah, I absolutely understand that with things like college, university. It definitely is one of those things where if you don't have the time to do it, you kind of have problems learning new things whenever you don't have the time to learn new things. I mean, unfortunately, that was kind of the predicament I was in with retail. That's why even though I will always kind of complain about the fact that the job market sucks ass right now, like, we're talking, everybody wants more work done by less employees. And so people like me who are actively looking for work are getting, we're not getting anything because we can't get anything. Ooh. Cave spider spawner. Sorry, I love making weird noises. It's something that I do just for fun. Yeah, unfortunately, unemployment hell is a thing, and it is the worst. One of the major reasons, and I didn't touch on this very much in the yearly update video, but I think I did refer to it at one point. One of the big issues was that last year, the reason I didn't do any videos was because I was trying everything I could to get a job. And even though everybody said that they were hiring, they would magically somehow fill that position with someone already in the company. Somehow. You know. So that's part of the reason why this year my family and I kind of sat down and talked, and we were like, hey, shit's not working out. Not from a lack of trying. I mean, Lord knows I've tried. Instead, it's just I have to simply say, okay, I can't do it. I'm gonna have to make money somehow, though, so I'm gonna do it in whatever way I can. Since 2019, I've been looking for a job and only... Yep. That sounds about right. And I know it's rough for me as well because I don't have any college experience whatsoever. I'm purely retail with some personal stuff on the side. But that's just it. It's like, that means that the only places I can go are retail and fast food. Because that's all that will... If I can even get an interview, that is all the places that will even try to accept me. Gotta wonder how many of those job listings are real? Oh, absolutely. I do know one thing from my mom, and that is that a lot of companies will actually list... They have to list... Hang on, is that just... That's regular diamond ore. I'm gonna put that down there. They actually have to put out a list saying, hey... A listing saying, hey, we're looking for job stuff. But that doesn't mean that they have to hire from outside the company. So it's all to do with metrics. Let's put that in there. Let's just put all that in there. I'm not going to be using any of that, so let's do that. Put the rotten flesh in there. Don't need the andesite. Fuck off. Yeah, no, I haven't even gotten a single rejection thing. But that is the entire reason I decided this year I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm not waiting around for companies to eventually fake the idea of being interested in me. I'm actually going to just sit there and be like, nope, I'm doing my own thing. And so that's kind of what this year has been like for me so far, was just, I want to exist. Regardless of what anything else says about my life. Yep, it is entirely to do with investors. Hello. I didn't mean to attack you. Besides, the way that I think about this whole situation, I specifically spent my time in places like retail wishing that I could get out of it and do my own thing. Now I'm given the opportunity to do exactly that I wanted to do. And am I going to look that gift horse in the mouth and say, no, now's not the time. No, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna own it. This is my time to shine. Did everything wrong as a joke. Unfortunately, I am inclined to agree with you at this point. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm like, that's where my resolve has been this year, and you know what? I think it's pretty good, all things considered. Considering pretty much the whole last year has been people being, like, very miserable and whatnot, I think that it is a good thing to be someone who is more positive. I want to be that positive influence in the world, and I want other people to see it. So I'm like, well, now is the best time for me to actually get into doing more content stuff again. Oh, baby zombie. Like, the world is not going to wait for me. I need to do my own thing, regardless of whether other people want me to or not. Yeah, that's actually the best way to put it. The world is often shit, but at the same time, there's positive ways to think about it, or there's positive aspects to it. I mean, for example, we get weird furry artwork. That's really good. Like, what world outside of our own can we say that we have that? Oh, I'm slow. A weird planet in the distance has weird human art. You're not wrong. Okay. And you know what? That is absolutely amazing. I love that. That I've never really thought of it in that way, but you know what? You are 100% correct. And honestly, I think that makes me happy. Oh, hey, diamonds. The world may be a shit, but we have weird furry art to get us through it. Oh my goodness, diamonds. Some more. Oh yeah, no, I remember hearing about that whole, like, the idea of a skinny convention where people just dress up as, like, human characters and whatnot. I think that stuff like that is funny. It's just the human race has an imagination about it that just, well, let's be honest, it all stems from sexual stuff. Can I bang it? That is the question. And if this was Twitch, that is where 8 million clips would come in. Unobtainium! I don't have the materials for that. My OC is Greg. He works in an office and pays taxes. Greg. Oh, that does remind me, though. I recently, finally, played through both Psychonauts 1 and 2. And the reason that comes up in conversation here is because they had an enemy in the second game called Panic Attack. Oh, hey. They had an enemy called Panic Attack. And I'm not joking, they actually managed to make a panic attack into an enemy. And it was actually really clever. Like, I'm not someone who usually is super, like, there's a few subjects that I'm not, like, if they're in something, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. But then it's like, anxiety comes up. There's something about it. Probably because I've had to deal with it most of my life, that I'm like, okay, now let's see if you portray it in a good way. And this is a game that actually did. They managed to turn a panic attack into an enemy. And it fights exactly how you would expect. It is fast, aggressive, it teleports around and is really hard to pin down. It is overwhelming to fight. It has projectiles, it has melee, it is a panic attack. It is everything you would imagine one would be. And I love it. The game was really, really clever about it. Puss in Boots did a really good job with it. It did. It really did. And I remember feeling like a major sense of catharsis whenever I saw that in theaters, to the point I almost cried. I'll admit it. I will also admit I did openly. I cried at How to Train Your Dragon 3. I will admit that fully. But yeah, I was like, honestly, those games have been probably one of my I'd say they are my current hyperfixation, because they're so good. Okay. Alright, I am back. What did I miss? Oh, wait, hold on. I need to disable the magnet upgrade, because otherwise I will keep grabbing. Okay. Well, this... If I was to... So here's the thing. This spellbook trinket slot. Wait, what? Okay, well, that's... It don't go there. The only thing I can think is maybe I'm not a high enough level for it or something like that. Oh, hey, wait, I can... If I was to do that... Oh, okay, so that's if I was to... Okay, I get it. That makes sense, actually. Also, what I want to do is I actually want to take... So those I can actually... Okay, that's actually really interesting. Sorry, I'm rambling to myself again. So. That was loud steppies. Drop all these in this chest. Or this, yeah, you know what I mean. And I actually want to take this because... So that's Fortune 1. You know what? We're gonna enchant on stream. I've done a fair bit of lighting up the area, so let's actually go ahead and do that now, shall we? So the idea is that I need a Fortune 3 pickaxe. And the entire reason I need a Fortune 3 pickaxe is so that I can mine all this stuff that's in my inventory and get as much of it as I can. Let's go ahead and just move everything like so. Ah! There's an uncommon hat bag. So, yep, now we get to have loads of fun and just kind of sit here and relax. So I hope y'all are in it for the long haul, because I know I am. This is great. This is good content. This is amazing. Actually, I just realized what I can do. Yeah, the thing there. Let me go ahead and actually... My feet are getting a little tired, because I actually have a standing desk. It is a great investment, by the way, for people like me, who sit down all the time. So if I was to... Come on. Go down. Wait. No, you know what? Hold on. let's get the webcam going. Hold on. Where is? Okay. Hold on. Let's see. It's under scenes. Ah, webcam. All right, ready? Check this out. Ready? wait. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's have it like this. Ready? Ready? All right. Bonjour. I used to do that so much whenever I was whenever I got this thing for the first time. I love it. I love this thing so much. I am amazed at how many people are always surprised whenever I show my face on these streams. I've shown my face multiple times before. But I did realize something that I can do. So one thing that I have, wait, what's this? That's the empty screen. Okay, that's not what I need. One thing that I can do. Actually, let me go ahead and set this up because I'm going to need this in the future if I'm going to do this more often. First off, Stream Deck. Remind me later. So if I go into my scenes and do, let's see. So scene, we're going to call this one recording. And it's just going to be the first one that I always use. So basically, if I'm in this one, I'm actually going to rename this scene, and I'm going to call it recording. There we go. Just a bit uncommon. I mean, yeah, I get it, but also I'm one of those where I don't mind people seeing my face. I think that it's honestly totally okay for me. I know why. Don't get me wrong. I know why people don't like their face being seen. I'm actually one of those people who doesn't like my picture being taken, for example. Not for any other reason than I don't like it. It's weird to me. And I've never liked it. Which is weird that I would choose of all places to do YouTube. Okay, but here's the idea. So I need to record a little segment of the video, right? Well, I can now do that at any time by just pressing this, and there you go. Suddenly, we have everything all set up. And so that means I can actually go ahead and do that stuff. So, let's go ahead and let's actually go back to spawn real quick. I'm also gonna drop off all my stuff while I'm there. Let's see, Sam is still on as well. That's actually pretty impressive. See, once I learned that scenes are a really, really valuable thing to use in OBS. Almost went through the down. Yep, as I do. I wish we had like one-way doors. But we do not. I mean, iron doors, yes, but that wouldn't... Larry isn't here. there. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I'm also gonna have to put some of these away because drill. More cows for the cow farm. There's gonna be cows outside. Hopefully we don't run into entity cramming issues. I like how entity cramming as a mechanic was made to prevent this sort of thing from happening. And yet, what am I doing? All right, so that means that it's time for me to start recording. So let's go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. What did I do again? Right, skeleton spawner. Okay, so it's been a few hours since my last little clip where I ended up making the, I mentioned working on the skeleton spawner. Good news! The skeleton spawner is done. Let's see. Was there anything that I was gonna get from here? I can't remember. I don't think there was anything that I wanted from here. No, I was just gonna go over here. So basically, if you head over in this direction, you'll notice there's that little weird hunting blind looking thing. There's the nether portal with Gorm's little cube shack there. And there's also this here, mossy cobblestone pillar. And this is the skeleton spawner currently. I have not worked on an outside for it just yet because, well, obviously, I just completed this pretty much right now, but we have a couple of bubble columns out of this. We have a magma one here to go down. We have a soul sand one in the other one to go up. And if I head down this way, then you can actually see we've actually got our full enchanting setup here. We've got the spell binding stuff. We've got the enchantment table, the grindstone. We've still got the backpack here with a couple of scrolls that I actually found underneath. That's actually a part of the RPG series mod that we added recently. I've also got a little anvil set up here, and if we wait for long enough, then you will actually see that some skeletons should start appearing now. Close enough. As well as that, because I know that we're going to be getting a lot of junk items, like, for example, those golden boots. One thing that you can... You know what? I'm actually going to disenchant those, because that's a lot of enchantments. What you can do is you can go here, and I have yet another garbage disposal. So yeah, pretty much that is what I worked on this time around. And I am currently just going to be kind of sitting here AFK. Well, not really AFK. I'm still going to be streaming afterwards. I'm going to be doing some grinding, get up the levels that I need, and then see about enchanting this diamond pickaxe, hopefully with Fortune 3. So hopefully that should be, you know, shouldn't take too long, I hope. And then after that, I think, well, I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm just going to end the clip before that. All right, we're done. Thank you. So yeah, that's how the average recording for me goes. I just kind of meander my way through it like a drunken idiot, and then eventually I make my way to the end of it, and it works. So well, now we get to sit around and wait forever. Mainly screaming to spike the audio is yeah. I will say, one thing you can do in order to do that, and I found this out, is if you do a clap, it actually does peak the microphone in just the right way that you can see that. If that's something that you use. I personally don't. I've tried using it multiple times, but it doesn't work. So instead you can go ah! Well, it's just me and Sam at the moment. Life is beautiful from deadly premonition to wait times. You know, this whole time I was actually supposed to be doing a recording using the replay mod, but unfortunately, for one, I've never used the replay mod, and well, did I just say for two? For one, I've never used the replay mod, and for two, I forgot to enable it for the server. That's a slight problem. So unfortunately, I did not get a nice like video of me building this thing. But I will have another use for it whenever I go to build the starting base where I plan on setting up, because yes, it's about a week into the server, but I had to get all my stuff figured out, and I'll actually give you all a little teaser since you're here right now. So the entire plan right now, oh, there's phantoms, is that over this way. Hello? Oh, the server's dying a little bit. Oh yeah, the server's dying a little bit. Give it a moment. It'll catch up. I can see the sun! The world is disappearing around me! The world has dissolved! It no longer exists! I'm falling into the world as we speak. What are all those? I can't tell. I am still falling into the world. I think something is going wrong. It might be on my end. I think it is on my end. Okay, disconnect. It's weird because the stream is apparently doing totally fine. Well, as far as my status says on my thing. Oh god! I think the water just beat me the fuck up. The ocean just beat me the fuck up. Did a Trojan touch my router? It's right here next to me. I didn't let anyone do anything to it. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh. The stream is doing fine, right? Nobody's having issues? Oh. Oh! I'm back! I live! With grotesque birdhead is horrible! Is that... Okay, that's an okay spot. I was like, that had better not be. I think it was just Mojang. It's entirely possible. I mean... Then again, I'm not playing Bedrock, I'm playing Java. So, randomly falling through the world should not be an issue. Yes, in case anybody's wondering, that is an actual problem in Bedrock Edition. I mean, it's pretty famous, but, you know, just in case. Okay. Yeah, I love the fact, though, that the water just beat me the fuck up. I spawn in, and I just die instantly from 8 million hits from water. New to you? Yeah, I've used this on Moth streams a few times, but I haven't really used it myself. Because I know for the most part, most people are probably... Why is my Twitch dashboard up? It's because it has a button on there. Okay, got it. Understandable. Same person who did Moths do mine? Yep, Spin Topple. They did this one. This one, I actually made myself. This one is mine. This is my cryptic boy. This is my cat. Anyways, but he's not the one streaming right now. It's this one. Technically, all these characters are me, just, you know, various aspects of myself. I'm that weirdo who has 7 different Sonas, and they're all me. Well, what originally started... Hey, don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry about commissioning me too fast, because if you don't... I'm trying to think how best to word it, but it's like, basically, if you wouldn't be able to, you know, handle commissioning me, like, monetarily, don't do it. Plural headspace be like, I mean, technically, I guess it would be considered that, but not for me. I do have, like, 5 OCs that I need to actually see about. I'm not gonna do anything with them, so I'm actually thinking it might be a good idea for me to sell them off. But anyways, this is where I'm gonna set up my starting base. As you can see, I've already got a bunch of sugarcane. I've got a bed set up over there. And that's really all I have. I just thought of a slight predicament. I don't know where I died. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Have a cat and a cat. Isn't there a mod that helps find my death points? Usually it's not an issue. It's just, you know. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, I see where my elytra is. There's that, which means, yep, there it is. Found it. All right, I found my stuff. I was like, I knew that I was in shallow water. It was around a bunch of dirt, and I dropped my elytra, which meant that I could find it through that method. So that's good. Anyways, now I can actually show you. Apparently there's like 2 crafting benches on here. Huh. This is actually where I'm going to be setting up my little starting bases, on this little island here. I don't really have any plans for it. That's a 3rd crafting bench. I don't have plans for it at the moment, but I do know that the entire idea is that I'm going to essentially drain half of this ocean here. And I know, and the only reason I say it's going to be half of the ocean is because if I was to fly up this way, you can see there's like this little archipelago here, which is very nice looking. I like that. But this ocean is massive. This is a massive ocean. So I am not going to do this myself. I'm not going to do the full thing. I'm just going to do half of it or so and call it good. Also, I heard from Moth earlier that apparently Starite actually spawns up high. If that is the case, maybe I can find some up here while I'm at it? Maybe? And also, I do plan on converting this island into something eventually, but that I'm going to have to also work on myself because, well, it's a little... I still don't know fully what I want out of it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I know the general idea of everything, the general vibe of everything. I know kind of what I want, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what I want. And that's the hard part. Also, I do believe, if you watched my newest video, you might have seen me visit Frogtown. Oh, my spear is there. And that, I believe, is just... I think that's it right there, actually. I think that is Frogtown right there. Hold on, let me go ahead and do this. Wait for it to reload. Ever tried Terralift? That's actually what we're running. That is what we're running right now. Or at least I believe we are. I'd have to ask Shell, but I think that's what we're running on the server side of things. Come on. My computer's warming up. Come on. I have confirmation that is not Frogtown. Oh, but that is. That's definitely Frogtown right there. It is very much off in the distance, so you can barely see it, but the fact of the matter is, I'm going to be taking up half of the... I'm going to be taking up half of the ocean that's on the way to their base. But yeah, honestly, I also just love turning up distant horizons like this because it's just... Look at that. Look how far away you can see. Also, there's a pirate ship. There's also 2 ocean monuments. One right there, which is kind of close to the... that is actually close to where the stronghold is that we went to. And then there's another one over there. Oh, there's also, like, floating icy islands over there. There's also this big cluster of floating cherry blossom islands that I went to at one point. Just on my own, I should add. But look at this! Look at this! Distant Horizons is probably one of the single best mods to have ever been made, just so that you can see the actual scale of your world. Oh no, the world is dying again. What version of Minecraft is this? This is 1.21.1. So I think that the newest thing that we had was trial chambers, I want to say. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the drops work in terms of stuff like that. Oh yeah, also I need to go back. Whoa. My god. Wow, the game is not this is not going. This ain't going, Chief. I am definitely gonna have to, like, I'm not gonna be able to stream for the rest of the night, I don't think. I think the reason that it's gone down is because of drops are seed coded, so it's predetermined. Oh yeah. Hang on, you're right. Mounts of Mayhem? We do not have Mounts of Mayhem, no. Turn that back down to medium. Honestly, I think it's because the area that I live in, usually whenever the weather gets... Well, then again, it shouldn't be too cloudy or anything. Shouldn't be and aren't are two different things. Well, now it's time to go back to... Oh god damn it, I just realized because of that, because I drowned, I don't have all the levels that I had. Damn it. Damn it. Well, and actually, you know what? I think that it is actually a good time, good place for me to stop this stream. Thank you for coming out, by the way, everybody. I am glad that y'all stuck around with me for a while there. Hope y'all look forward to doing more, me doing more stream stuff in the future, because I'm definitely going to be doing it. I am going to be doing more streaming stuff now that I'm starting to get back on track with things. But yeah, honestly, now it's time for relaxing. Good. That's what I want. That's what I want out of these streams. So also the reason that I sound like this, I got a nosebleed. What are you playing? Can't tell. But no, seriously, thank y'all for coming out today. I am glad to see that y'all have been enjoying the video as well. Definitely go check out, I uploaded episode 2 of the video last night, and hopefully things on that end will probably be slowing down since I'm going to be trying to go for a quality over quantity thing with the Minecraft videos, but I still plan on having a focus with it. But yeah, honestly, thank you everybody, and I will see you later. Goodbye.